Hello everyone and happy Thursday. Welcome to Gentle Stretch Yoga. I'm Corinne and I'll be guiding you through about 30 minutes of gentle stretching. This is what we call a yin style class, Y-I-N, in yoga. And the purpose in yin is to sustain our stretch. So we might hold these poses and postures a little bit longer. The reason for that is to help to elongate the connective tissue, to increase the blood flow. We are, holding these static postures and focusing on our breath in that posture. So if you are met with pain in any position, I challenge you to just ease a little bit out. Find that edge between discomfort in a stretch and pain in a stretch. So for today's practice, you'll need a couple of blocks, books, anything that helps to support the head as you rest into your stretch, and maybe even a belt. If you've ever done therapy, you might have some TheraBand sitting around, and that can be useful too. Even a towel can be enough to provide a little gentle traction in your stretch. So I'll show you how to use that later. We're gonna start this practice on our seat in your Sukhasana pose or your crisscross applesauce. You can take a pillow, take a block, put it underneath your bottom to elevate the seat and to allow the hips and knees to relax down. I want you to come to sit on the very front edge of that book or block or pillow so you can tilt your pelvis forward and elongate the spine. So as we start this practice, find your easy seated pose. Let's close our eyes, settle the body so you can settle the mind. And let's start to set our intentions for this practice. What is it that brought you to your mat today? What is it that brought you to yoga? And maybe even think about how you'd like to feel when this little time of self-care is over. Let's start to get connected to our breath. With your inhale, in through the nose, and out through the nose. As you inhale, get tall through the seat. Feel your head tethered to the ceiling. And as you exhale, ground down through your sits bones, feeling really planted into your mat, your floor, your deck, the earth outside, wherever it is you happen to be today. Let your shoulders sink down the back body, settle away from the ears. And let's take 3 cleansing breaths. With your inhale, fill the lungs. Find as much space as you can. Let's hold that breath at the top. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, open mouth, sigh. Let it go. 2 more just like that. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Beautiful. When you're ready, with your next exhale, I want you to let the right ear fall to the right shoulder, creating as much space as you can along the left side neck. You might feel this pretty deeply in the trapezius muscle up here on the top of the neck. As you settle in, I want you to maybe even let the fingers on the left side reach to floor and maybe even walk away from you. Maybe they even tiptoe away. Think about reaching out and down. There's no need to press the head actively in towards the shoulder. Just let it move in your comfortable range of motion. Now I want you to take the left wrist and start to make slow circles. Feeling how that changes the stretch. Maybe you reach the arm a little further back behind you, back towards the opposite corner. Good. Now let's get still. Let the fingers settle back down to the floor. As you exhale, let's bring the chin into the chest, the left hand back to your knee, and inhale, coming back tall through your seat, neutral neck. Beautiful. Inhale here. As you exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Open up that space gently. Think about settling the shoulder blade down and away. Maybe the right fingertips fall down to the floor. Maybe they tiptoe, walk away from you. Reaching out and down. Taking slow circles in the wrists. Feeling how that changes the stretch. Maybe you start to reach back towards that opposite corner. When you're ready, let's find some stillness. Let those fingertips relax down to the mat. And as you exhale, chin to chest, bring that hand back in. Inhale, back up through your tall center. Good. Let's start to take some cat-cow. We're going to inhale, reaching the arms up. This time we're going to interlock the fingers, clasp the hands, roll the palms to ceiling. Let's extend the chest forward. Maybe the chin rises, creating a curve in the back body. Good. Now let's exhale. Empty the belly. Reaching the backs of the hands to the front of the room, rounding through the back, and bring your chin to chest. Inhale, flip the palms, extend the arms to the ceiling, chest forward. Exhale, round and curve to the back, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Try to make the movement as long as the breath. Exhale, round and curve. Last time. And exhale. Good. With this inhale, let's take those clasped hands and rest them at the nape of the neck. I'm just going to take my thumbs and wrap them around to the front of my jaw, just kind of resting below the angle of my jaw. Now, with your exhale, sitting tall, I want you to let the crown of the head drop. I don't want you to press down with your hands, but let the weight of your hands rest on the back of your head. Giving yourself a little gentle traction, a gentle pull here. Good. This is your last breath. With your inhale, lifting back up to tall center, let's exhale and let the arms relax down. You might feel a slight tingle in the shoulders or in the fingertips as you get that fresh rush of oxygen and blood and everything just coming back to life. Let's inhale, roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale down and back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down and back. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Stay with your breath here, gentle movements. This might be a good time if you still have that blocker pillow to release to your seat as we come into some seated postures. So from here, it might feel nice to switch the cross of your Sukhasana, taking the other foot ahead. We're gonna inhale, arms lift. And as we exhale, let's hinge out from the hips, reaching out and away. Hands will meet the floor, and I want you to project through the crown of the head. Elongate the spine. Now let's exhale and walk the hands away, bowing down and folding into your Sukhasana. This is a good place. Let your head relax down to floor. This is also helpful. Have a block close to rest the head. I want you to find the position that allows you to release the back body so that you are not holding, resisting, or feeling tension anywhere. This is a good stretch on the hips. You might feel it in the crooks of the hips. If you're feeling it in the knees, you might just need to ease out and give your knees a little more space and not fold them so tightly. This is your last breath here. Big deep inhale and exhale. With your inhale, use your hands, and I want you to start to push your way back up to your tall seat. Let's switch the legs and switch the cross of your Sukhasana. Easy seated pose, as they say. Easier said than done. Inhale, let's arms lift. And let's exhale, hinging forward. Reach for that front of mat. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And let's exhale to fold, walking the hands away as gently as you can. Release your head to floor, block, book, pillow, whatever feels good. Give yourself time to release here. There's no perfect time to stretch or to hold a stretch, but the longer we stay, the longer our body has a chance to relax around the pose, to release the tension we hold, to stop resisting in places where we feel tension. I want you to explore your range of motion, but never search for pain. It does not have to be painful. This is your last breath here. Deep inhale and exhale. With your next inhale, use your hands and start to walk your way back to tall seat. Let's exhale as you arrive. Notice the change. See how you feel. We're going to extend the right leg long from here, taking our left heel in towards hip crease. Now, if this is tough on your hips or knees, it's okay to just relax the pose and come into more of a narrow stance. From here, I want you to try to square the shoulders facing away from that right leg. Find some space on the inside of the right leg. You're going to take the right hand down to in front of the right knee. Inhale, left arm high. As you exhale, let's open the left side body and move down, maybe to your forearm, or maybe the right hand walks away from you. I want you to search to stack the shoulders, open the chest. If this is tough on your neck or right or left shoulder, cradle the head and even take your gaze down to floor. Think about creating as much space as you can from fingertip to toe tip. Stay here with your breath. Take the opportunity to lengthen your inhale. Lengthen your exhale. Stay present here. One day, maybe even hand meets foot. This is your last breath. Deep inhale and exhale. With your next inhale, let's reach up and out with the left arm. And come back to your tall seat. Beautiful work. That's a big stretch. We're going to take our left hand to the opposite side of the mat. From here, we're going to kind of release the forward fold that we did. Taking that right arm high, we're going to push the hips up, propping up on that left leg, and reaching the right arm back. It doesn't have to be high, and it doesn't have to be a big back bend. You might just find a little lift here, and that's just great. So, finding the full expression, push the hips forward, and reach back. Good, last breath as you exhale, release the seat to mat, and we're going to square the shoulders towards that right leg. Taking the left foot in towards the inner thigh, square the hips. This is a great place to get your towel, your belt, your TheraBand, your strap, and we're going to hook it around the sole of the foot. So from here, think about shifting the pelvis forward, sit nice and tall. As you exhale, maybe you walk your hands down the towel, down the strap. Maybe they're just on the floor, and that feels good too. We're gonna stay here for 5 breaths. Count them if you need to. Maybe that helps you stay present and in your body. Use your exhales to search for a little more space. Wherever you are on your next exhale, I want you to let your head go. Maybe it rests down to your book, your block, your pillow. Round through the back completely here. You've got 2 more breaths. With your next inhale, start to walk your way back up to tall seated center and exhale as you arrive. Beautiful work. Good, we're gonna take that right leg, cross it over our left. Our left heel will come in towards our sits bones. Now, if this position isn't comfortable for you, it's okay to lengthen that leg beneath you and make it straight. You might even find that bringing the right foot to the front of the knee is okay too. Just whatever helps you to find this seated position comfortably. So sinking the right sits bones down, we're gonna find a gentle twist. Left hand behind us on the mat. Inhale, left arm rises. Let's exhale, elbow to knee, twist. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, press the back of that left arm into the knee and send your gaze over the right shoulder. Good twist here. You can leave your right hand where it is on the mat behind you, or maybe it lifts and searches for left hip crease. Each exhale, I'm drawing my belly button up and in to find a little extra space to move. This is your last breath. And as you exhale, release your gaze first, and then your twist gently. Beautiful work. So let's roll to one side of the hip. Let's release those legs forward to the front of your mat. Prop yourself up on your arms behind you, and let's windshield wiper the legs side to side. Notice how you feel in the hips. Notice how the right leg feels compared to the left leg. We're going to repeat everything on the left side. Good, when you're ready. Coming back up to your tall seat. Let's draw the right heel in towards your hip crease. left leg long. Square the shoulders and find a little space on the inside of the left leg here. Inhale, right arm reaches. As you exhale, walk that left hand away. Bowing over, creating that big arc from right fingertip down to the right hip. Remember, you can bend the elbow, cradle your head, and even send your gaze down to floor for less in the head, neck, shoulders. Come back to your breath. Even when we are fully folded, fully twisted, and very compressed, we find the biggest breath that you can find. This helps to strengthen the diaphragm. It also helps with detoxification. Last breath here. With your inhale, lifting up and out with the right arm. Exhale as you arrive. Let's take that right hand over to the right side mat. Push forward through the hips, propping up on that right knee. Send the hips forward, send the left arm back. Find a big arc on that left side body. Good, and as you exhale, release the seat back down to mat. We're gonna square the hips to face that left leg. Bring the sole of the foot into the left inner thigh. Maybe you get your strap close. Maybe you get a block ready. We're gonna repeat whatever you did on the other side. So with an inhale, get long and tall. And as you exhale, fold over that left thigh. Maybe walking your hand down the strap, a little passive pull, gentle tension. Maybe you release your hands down to floor, or maybe the foot is even within reach. You've got 5 breaths here in your nose to knee pose. And wherever you are, on your next exhale, I want you to release your head. Find your block, your book, your pillow, or maybe even your knee. Try to make your breath the longest that you can find, especially when we are fully folded. We can feel restricted here. Our lungs are not in a great position to fully inflate, but that's the purpose. Even under tension and stress, we find a deep breath. Last breath, full inhale. And exhale. With your inhale, use your hands to help walk you back up to tall seated center. We're going to cross that left foot over the right knee, sink the left sits bone down. Now, if this isn't comfortable for you, try extending the lower leg. So anchor down here. Let's take the left hand back. Inhale, right arm high. As you exhale, elbow to knee to twist. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, press to twist. Take your gaze over the left shoulder. You can stay right here, or maybe the left arm lifts. Searching for right hip crease. It might just fold behind the back. And that's fine too. Think about rolling the left shoulder open. This is your last breath. Deep inhale. And exhale. Release your gaze. And then your bind forward. Beautiful work. We are almost finished today. So let's rock back. Unfold the legs. Take the hands behind us and a windshield wiper those legs side to side. Gentle massage for the outsides of the hips here, and just taking a moment to notice how your body feels. Check back in with yourself. Good. When you're ready, we're going to find our last forward fold of class. I want you to come into staff pose, extending the legs, keeping as much of a bend as your body needs. Come tall on the seat, even releasing the flesh from underneath the sits bones so you can feel grounded down and anchored here. Getting that strap and maybe your block close. Let's inhale, send the arms high. And as you exhale, let's forward fold. Releasing our weight forward over the thighs. This is a good place to use your strap around the feet. Provide that gentle pull. Try to let your head go here. Use whatever prop you need to make that so. Might even be forearms stacked, fists. Might be closer to your knees. And that's okay. Yoga doesn't look like anything on anybody. It's just what it looks like for you in your body. We're going to take 3 more breaths here in this full fold called Paschimottanasana. With your last exhale, I want you to open mouth sigh. Leave it here. With your inhale, slow ragdoll rise. Use your hands to help prop you up. And come back to your tall seat. Exhale as you arrive. Let the shoulders relax down. Take a moment. Check in with your body. Wiggle around and let it evolve from here. I want you to find your position of comfort, which is the last pose in this practice, called Shavasana. You might release down to the floor and lay on your back. Spread the legs out, let the hips roll out from their sockets. Maybe you like to sit and find a tall seated pose that feels good, or maybe even kneeling. I want you to use this time in your Shavasana as an opportunity to reflect inward and check in with your body, check in with your breath, check in with your energy. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. Come back to that easy breath in through the nose and out through the nose. I want you to know that it is perfectly fine to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. You can be both. Nothing is perfect and it doesn't have to be. I hope this practice finds you where you need it today or tomorrow or next week. And know that we are sending you love from the GTS family. Please stay in your Shavasana as much as you like, as long as you like. The light in me honors and respects the light in you, which is just to say namaste and thank you.